Okay, class. We are wrapping up with the last part of questions and answer. I hope that you have enjoyed our story so far. The story between Bill and Mark. Let's wrap it up. I know it's long, right? This story is long in every sense, and it's very touching, very emotional. All right, let's finish it up. Last part here. How did Bill start the conversation? Bill was the one who wanted to meet with Mark, and he started the conversation. Naturally, Bill reminded the day that the boys met years ago. How many years ago did they meet? How many years ago? Probably 5 or 6 years ago was when they first met. What did Bill ask first? First. You hear that first? It has the the S, and the T. First. First. Bill reminded Mark on that day that he emptied his locker and was carrying all of his things home. Why did he clean up his locker? Why did he clean up his locker and bring all those things home? He did not want to leave. He did not want to leave a messy locker for someone else. What else did Bill say? What else did he say? This is very important. You have to know this story by now. What did Bill say? He admitted to Mark of having sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. And on that day, he was going to kill himself. Imagine a boy of 12 or 13 years old wanting to kill himself already. So young. And already he was thinking of suicide. Whose sleeping pills did he take those from? Those pills were Bill's mother's. They belonged to Bill's mother. Do you think that Bill prepared for that day? He actually thought and he prepared for that day. Yes. It seems like he thought of everything through and prepared for that day. Why do you think Bill wanted to commit suicide? Why did he want to commit suicide? Why did he want to kill himself? He was struggling. He was having a hard time struggling. Say it, struggling. Struggling. He was struggling with a few school subjects. And he just broke up with his girlfriend. So he was feeling very sad. He was having problem with school. And he was having problem with his girlfriend. So he wanted to kill himself. Do you think that the conversation, say it, conversation, was turning very emotional? Emotional. Absolutely, it was emotional. Just reading through this story, I was tearing up. I was crying. I was tearing. So if I was there during that conversation, I would be very emotional, as those boys would have been. How long do you think Bill had stored away the sleeping pills? How long had Bill those pills? Probably for a while now. Most people who pondered suicide tend to think and rethink their decision many times over. It's a scary feeling, right? It's a very scary feeling to think about your death. And so you would have to think about it many times over. What changed Bill's mind? What changed his mind? It was the fateful day when the two boys met that changed Bill's life. How did that day change Bill's mind? How did it change his mind? It was because the boys were walking, talking, and laughing. They were having a wonderful time just talking as little boys did. They were having fun that day. And that day lightened his mood. And Bill rethought his decision to end his life. Did Bill enjoy their encounter? Did Bill enjoy that day? Yes, He absolutely did enjoy that encounter. He thought about the memorable day, and potentially many days that followed in his life. Did Mark enjoy that encounter? Mark probably did, but not enough or as much as Bill did to remember until the day they finally talked. Alright, so now what did Bill say next? What did he say next? This is important. Pay attention. This is very important. Bill explained to Mark that he didn't just help to pick up Bill's books, but he actually saved Bill's life that afternoon. He did not just help to pick up Bill's books, but he actually saved Bill's life that afternoon. What a wonderful thing to admit to Mark. Mark would have been so touched. Do you think that Mark was shocked? Hell yeah! If it was me being Mark, it would have shocked me. I would have had goosebumps everywhere on my body. Goosebumps. And I would have hugged Bill at that moment. I would have been shocked. I would have been so emotional. And I would have hugged Bill at that point. Do you think Mark would have turned to Bill and hugged him? Do you think Mark hugged him at that point? Probably. Mark seems like a friendly person. He would have wanted to give Bill a bear hug. A bear hug means a hug as strong as a bear. So you hug a person very, very tightly, as if a bear would have hugged you. Do you think they would have become friends since that discussion, that conversation? I think so. I would have definitely stayed friends if I was either Bill or Mark in this relationship. Say it, relationship. I would have definitely stayed friends if I was either Bill or Mark in this relationship. I hope you enjoy the story in our Q&A session.